Oh hey everyone! So today's look is a Noonwraith from the Witcher video games, and if you have not played the Witcher games, I highly recommend them. They're super rad, and this creepy crawly is in it, and they are not very nice. Needless to say, I thought this would be an awesome makeup to tackle since it is mostly prosthetics. And speaking of which, I have my prosthetic here. I just purchased it online. I'll make sure I link it down below. And it comes in one piece, and all I did was cut the bottom jaw from the top jaw, and later we will just string some twine through it, and then we'll be able to tie it around our neck like a lovely, disgusting necklace. And now I'm just applying some PROSTHETIC to my face and making sure it is staying out of my eyebrows and away from my hair, because you don't want that crap in your hair. And I'm just laying down my prosthetic over the top and then reapplying some PROSTHETIC where I missed. Now this particular prosthetic came slightly tinted, but I wanted it to be a more yellowish bone color, so I'm just mixing a little bit of my body paint and covering the whole surface to make it a little more dingy. Once I have that completely down, I'm going in with a stippling sponge and putting some browns, blacks, even a little hint of green to give the whole thing a little bit of texture. I also didn't stick down the top of the skull since I didn't want to put on a bald cap to keep my hair clean, and also I figured my wig would hide it anyways. But if this is something you want to do, you're probably going to have to trim the top section to lay against your face correctly if you won't be using a wig to hide it. I'm now going in with a mid-tone brown, then following it with a darker brown and adding some depth to the overall prosthetic. The thing that really drew me to this particular prosthetic was all the cracks and crevices they had in it. So I'm taking a brown body paint with a fine brush and going in and filling in all those little details and adding a few here and there that I think are needed. I also tap a lot of the paint. This is going to help spread the texture out a little bit better, and it's not going to make things as harsh, so I highly recommend it. And just like you're doing with all the other cracks around the skull, you're going to do the same thing for the teeth. Just keep the darker colors up near the gum line. Yeah, you don't have gums, but you know what I'm saying. And then you can just tap things out to dirty up the teeth themselves. Now's the time to add any more textures, darker spots, or different colors to your skull. I'm just going in with a darker color here to deepen up some of those hollows. And then I'm going in with a few other colors that kind of give it a little pop here and there. So I add a tiny little bit of red, like you see right here, but I'm not going too crazy with it. And I just love adding even more detail, so I'm going in with black now and kind of darkening some of those cracks in some areas, or adding a few extra ones here and there. Next, I'm just filling in my eye sockets with black body paint and then putting black shadow over my lids so I keep the paint out of my eyes, and then filling in my nose as well. If you have a costume, throw it on now, since getting everything around this tongue will be a nightmare, trust me. So what I'm doing here is applying some spirit gum and then applying this tongue that I've made. And this tongue is made out of Model Magic. And if you don't know what that is, it's an air drying foam. It's pretty lightweight and it's great for quick little things like this. But if you're going to be wearing this as a legit costume or cosplay over a long amount of time, please do not do it this way. You're going to want to cast a tongue because this thing fell apart pretty easily. However, it worked for this tutorial, so this is just words of wisdom to you. Anyways, I painted this tongue with my body paints, and now I am taking some PROSTHETIC and cotton balls and applying that around the tongue to really hold it in place and give that gross, like ripped off jaw, gooey, disgusting texture. So, yeah. Once your ooey gooey stuff is all set and you are happy with it and the tongue feels nice and secure, you're going to go ahead and paint everything else brown. Once you got the brown down, wow, that sounds so dumb, I'm going with it. Anyways, once you have that down, you're going to go ahead and hollow out different parts of your body since they're skeletons, so you want to really emphasize that. And then we're going to do the same texturing on the body. So we're using brown body paint, I'm using a little black here and there, and I'm making sure to pull it up onto the face as well so everything looks gross and textury and nice. After that, I'm going to add some red to the tongue and jaw area just so it looks like it's kind of a fresh wound. Since I'm clearly not a skeleton, I am just putting an outline around my body to scale my entire body down to make me look a little more hollowed out. And after that, I am taking whatever's left in the brush and kind of messily stroking it around the body and then filling in those hollows of the rib cage. After that, go ahead and put on your lower jaw. I'm just tying it on with some twine. I have already pre-painted it. It's the same way you painted your face. And after that, you toss on your wig and your little crown if you have one, and then you're ready to scare the living shit out of anyone. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you want to see more prosthetic stuff in the future, leave me a comment down below or give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you next time.